This is my week 12 response video for my global affairs class. This week I was asked to talk about whether or not I see the internet as a force for democratization or not. I will be honest, I've had discussions of this sort many times involving, information technology, programming, computers, internet, Facebook, social media, VR, etc. And I think the question is misplaced. It's like asking if a knife is a good thing or a bad thing. Well, it boils down to how it's used. If someone uses a knife to stab someone in the chest to murder them, it's bad. If someone uses a knife to perform life-saving surgery on someone, it's good. I think the same mentality applies to the internet. The internet is all about moving information. Now, on its surface, as that is said, I think that is a very good thing. Expanding the range of information, accessibility, all very good things. I'm not going to go so far as to say secrecy is automatically bad, but secrecy is not automatically good either. There are conditions where sharing information is good. There are situations where sharing information is bad. And the reverse stands true as well. There are points where sharing information is good and where sharing information is bad. Overall, this is going to boil down to a question of how we use the internet. As we're seeing in the US right now, the question of information and personal freedom, as well as child protection, are all coming to points with legal action. The recent COPA updates and what they mean for content creators on YouTube, Vimeo, and other sites such as that are going to have some rather significant outcomes. Likewise, the internet being in the control, or under the control, I should say, of for-profit companies has its own outcome. A company is going to be dedicated to making money, therefore they're going to enact options that make them more money. What happens when the option to make them more money flies directly in the face of actual information dissemination? We're seeing something like that right now on Twitter with the disputes about the election. On the one hand, if Twitter is going to be a public forum, it cannot be biased. It cannot say, I disagree with the Republicans, therefore I'm going to block Donald Trump's account. On the other side of the coin, if it's going to be a publisher and have a bias, it cannot claim to be impartial for the U.S. government. So that's really going to be the big thing. I think, well, like so many other things, it's going to come down to human nature. Right now, the majority of people are simply not trained and educated to parse and understand information in a reasonable way, so they make gut reactions on half information, false assumptions, and what they've been told, without any effort or capacity to evaluate what they've been told. So, that's the bottom line for me. The internet is neither good or bad for democracy. It is simply a tool of disseminating information. And like all things with information, that comes with issues that are attached to it, both good and bad.